Okay, guys. I was watching YouTube and listening to guys give the recommendation on the ideal economic collapse hunting rifle. Lots of them recommend a 22, like we have here. Why? Because there's almost no recoil. It doesn't make that much noise. And you can stock up on thousands of rounds for pretty cheap. I think this is a step in the right direction. I don't think you're going to be using large caliber rifles. You're not going to use a 306 or anything larger than that, for sure. There's guys that think they're going to go out in the middle of nowhere and hunt deer and live off the land, Jeremiah Johnson style with their rifles. I don't see that happening. During the Depression, we had fewer people and a much more wooded area. And we hunted animals like crazy. We almost depleted that the wild game population anyway. Today, you've got over 300 million people, 10 million deer. Do the math. How long is that going to last? Either everybody with a gun goes out there and starts hunting deer and boar, and we wipe them out, or a couple of guys go out there, hunt a bunch of them, cut them up, freeze them up, power's probably going to go out, and we're in the same boat anyway. There's hardly any animals left out there, large game. So what do I recommend? Well, a pellet gun, just an air rifle. Why? There's no recoil. There's almost no noise. I can shoot this thing in the living room here, and nobody would know. My neighbors wouldn't know. He's probably outside having a beer. He'd never know. And you can stock up on thousands of rounds for under $20. I think you'll probably be hunting birds and squirrels and stuff like that. Small game, just to put a little bit of protein in your diet. Now let's think for a second. What is this going to do to that little finch you hear? There's going to be nothing left. As opposed to this. Pretty much everything's going to be there. He's even going to weigh just a little bit more. Nothing fancy, just my old air rifle. Simple scope, nothing powerful, but I'm not going to be shooting anything that far off, probably 10 to 25 feet maybe. Put some wood screws in it. Put this old computer bag sling on it. No CO2, you just pump it, and that's it. Where are you going to get replacement CO2 cartridges, huh? And then I just glued this light on there. I mean, you can probably see it. I've daylight out there, and I'm right in front of it, and you can still see it. Just blast that out there. You see the light reflect off something's eyes, and there you go. I would recommend you use this thing right away, even if you have stuff put aside. Let's say that the neighbors saw you using this thing to hunt squirrel and bird. Well, obviously, then you don't have anything. Why even bother asking you? Why bother to come around? You don't make yourself a target. And if you don't want them to know, well, then just go out there 2, 3 in the morning. No one's going to know. And there you go.